Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to take a look at Mega Kangaskhan EX as a tank deck. So, when we actually go to the deck list, if you've actually been watching with the channel for quite a while, this deck list is actually going to look a bit familiar to you, but we'll get to that. So as per usual, in the description below there's going to be usual timestamps. It's going to be the deck list that is also available to copy in the description below, and there'll also be the games that we'll play and the outro and what I think of the deck. So of course, our main focus today is going to be Mega Kangaskhan EX. Obviously this is one of the Megas that I wanted to cover, and I kind of wanted to do my own take on it, because a lot of people at the minute are either playing it as a sort of control deck, which is really weird. They're either playing it as a one-of in Terapagos, or they're making it with Munkidori and things like that. And the Munkidori version, whilst on paper it seems better, it just doesn't seem as consistent even with the run errand. So I've decided to do my own take on it, but we'll get to that. So first off, I'm playing it with Terapagos. Normally this would be Cyclozar, that's where this list is from. Originally this is the Cyclozar EX tank deck that I made for the Sibling Sunday episode, which played one Terapagos, but now I'm playing two. Obviously we have the Kangs, which can potentially hit high numbers, but I still wanted to play a couple of copies for Terapagos because it's a lot easier to set up than a a Kangaskhan. It's a Tankanskan or something like that. But no, the Unified Beatdown's really underrated, and obviously it does go through Cornerstone, so we at least have that as an advantage as well. Otherwise, this is still pretty much the exact same list you might remember. The only thing that I've changed is I have considered a second Munkidori. I believe there was... I don't think there was one in the original Cyclozar list. But now there is. Just gives a little bit more flexibility with both damage output and also healing. Other than that, I've really not changed the list at all because it didn't need to. So let's go to the deck list and let's have a look. And welcome to the deck list. So as I said, if you've watched the Sibling Sunday episode with the Cyclozar, this is pretty much that. Obviously I have covered Cyclozar in its own video as well, so that's where that will come from. But what I've basically done here is I took that list, well I took the actual V2 list because I made a version 2, which I don't think I'll put on the channel because of the way that the meta is at the minute. It's just not favourable for Cyclozar. If you want to know what I changed, I literally just changed the energy types and put a 1-1 of the grass and the fire energy. And this is the 60, pretty much. If you want to swap out the Terapagos and the Kangaskhan's for Cyclozars and stuff like that, you can do that. You literally just have to do that, and that's as simple as that. So we're playing a 3-3 line of the Hoothoot Noctowl. I am playing the 80 HP Hoothoot. Obviously, this is for the Dragon Ball matchup and other spread attack decks and stuff like that. Plus, just having 80 HP is a huge benefit, especially with Hawlucha still running around. Obviously, the Noctowl, we play quite a few Terrors in this list. We play 3 Terrors. Obviously, you could bump this up further if you want to. But to be honest, I've never had a feeling where I need to play a 4th Terror. If you want to play a 4th Terror in here, you could play a second Cornerstone. But again, I've never really felt the point. You could even go up to 3 Terapagos if you want. So of course I'm playing 3 Bouffalant. This is for our tank side. Obviously this gives Mega Kangaskhan effectively 360 HP. And gives Terapagos effectively 290 HP. Then obviously combining it with our tools, we can obviously get a bit higher. And then obviously Munkidori can obviously come into play and start bouncing damage back. Obviously we play E-Switch, Glass Trumpet, stuff like that. 2 Fan Rotom to serve as a single prize attacker, but also to help set up our board. It can grab Bouffalants, it can grab Hoothoots, it can grab Noctowls. 2 Terapagos EX, obviously we know how good this card is. 2 copies of the Mega Kangaskhan. I originally was playing 1 in this list, but I kept prizing it. And well, when you're trying to record videos for a Mega, you kind of want to see the Mega. It's why I'm debating like trying a completely different Mega Mawile build, because I'm playing it in Archelodon at the minute, and I'm only playing 1 copy, so I think I might build my own version of like a, I don't know, a Metallic deck or something. I'll think of something. Then of course 1 Munkidori for a little bit of damage pivot, and obviously it can attack in this list because of the Psychic Energy. Latias EX, no-brainer. Bloodmoon Ursaluna for the late game. 1 copy of Ditto. This is going to help us find our terrors if we're going first with Fan Rotom. And of course, 1 copy of Fez, 1 copy of Mew, 1 copy of Cornerstone, which just serves as an extra terror and also a wall. And then 1 copy of Lillie's Clefairy EX, just to give us a little bit more punch into the Dragon matchups. As for supporters, we're playing 4 Crispin, 2 Boss, 1 Iono, 1 Turo, 1 Research, 4 Nest Ball, 3 Ultra Ball, 1 Energy Switch, 1 Glass Trumpet, 1 Counter Catcher, 1 Night Stretcher, 1 Super Rod, 1 Earthen Vessel, 1 Body Poffin, highly underrated in these lists, I'm just going to say, 1 Hero's Cape, 1 Bravery Charm, 3 Area Zero Underdepths, 3 Darkness Energy, 3 Fighting Energy, and 3 Psychic Energy. This list has felt pretty fun to play. Obviously, having the inbuilt draw of Run Errand, obviously don't put down 2 Mega Kangaskhan thinking you can get 2 off it. The ability specifically states you can't use more than 1 Run Errand ability each turn. It's like Fez. But honestly, I think this list does have potential, because the only evolution we're playing is the Noctowl, and they're easy to retreat. This list is pretty much all basic. So if someone tries to like trap us with like, well, obviously clutch, corner, things like that could be a problem, but obviously we played a Turo. And obviously pretty much everything in this deck can attack to some extent. So, you know, we have that option if we need to. But obviously we could just Noctowl for Turo if we need to. But yeah, this list has been very fun to play. I'm looking forward to playing it. So, let's get in some games, see how we do. And welcome to the first game. Obviously, the main meta deck at the minute on the ladder that we're trying to avoid is, of course, Lucario. Lucario will absolutely destroy us, even with Hero's Cape and the Boofs. But you know, we've got to accept that. Like every deck, like even Terapagos, when it was playing in tank version, would have to fear fighting types. But there wasn't really that many in the format. Okay, that's not great. We'll start the Hoothoot. That is not a great hand. It might have to be a triple stab at this rate. To be fair, like this, I've seen worse hands, let's put it that way. We could grab the Ditto off of Ultra Baller with the Fan, so it's not the end of the world. Well, there's a Nest Ball, that definitely helps bail out. So is Fan Rotom in there, and Ditto, perfect. So we can Nest Ball for Fan Rotom instead then. That's good. I can Vessel away to Fighting, get some more cards, but I don't think I need to. Fan Call, we'll take Ditto. We can take double Boof, but I don't think that's required right now. I'll take 1 Noctowl and a Boof. I'll bench the 80 HP Hoothoot. I'll bench the Ditto. I'll bench the Bouffalant. I'll Vessel away 1 of the Hoots. We'll grab a Dark and a Psychic. That way we can get more value off our Glass Trumpet. Ultra Ball away the Fighting and the Psychic. We can then grab ourselves a Terror. Obviously we don't want to grab Kangaskhan right now. We can do that later. Because then we really do get value off of our Glass Trumpet. So we can go Psychic here. And we'll put the Fighting on a Fan. Attach to the Hoothoot. Retreat into the Ditto. Transformative Start. And this is where we grab the Kang. And then we get value off of Run Errand. So now we can draw 2. Sick. Hey! He likes the Kang. Nice. So yeah, all we need to do now, if we want to swing with the Kang, well, we might not be if that Badoo comes down, is we can grab Crispin and E-Switch, so we have that option as well. But I suspect this is the Alakazam deck. But bear in mind, we went first. So is he going to retreat his Enriching Energy? Because that feels bad. Just to Badoo? That feels rough. Bro, that feels rough, man. Why would you do that? That just feels bad. I mean, you do you, my friend. Right, so we'll get a Noctowl. We can't obviously use items, but that's fine. It's not the end of the world. So we'll grab ourselves a Crispin, and I'll grab myself an Area 0. Obviously we can't play items, so that's one major thing, but in fact before I do that, let's Crispin. So obviously the story shows Kangaskhan, I want to attack with him. You know, like, I want to try and attack with him at least. Okay, run errand. That's not bad, I don't want to play the research right now though. I will put down the Cornerstone just in case, and we will pass. Like I said, that just feels rough. I don't know why he retreated the enriching. You've just cost yourself late game draw. And if you're playing the deck I suspect, that feels really bad. Lilies, yeah, your hand must be dead. Like I said, why would you get rid of the enriching? There's Shaman. Body Pop. This has surely got to be Alakazam. It is. What a strange play. Very strange play. There's Fez. Runaway draw. See, it's a shame we can't use items because I'd Nest Ball for Munkidori, grab a Crispin, you know, and just set up that Fez for damage. Like, I wouldn't be in a bad situation if that was the case. He's definitely overbenched and he really shouldn't be benching the Fez right now. But, you do you, my friend, and speak of the devil, and he shall appear. I mean, we could just grab a Crispin and start swinging with Kang. It's not the end of the world. Grab a Crispin plus a Hero's Cape, I think. In fact, no, we don't want to reveal a Hero's Cape just yet, so I'll grab the Charm. So then we can Crispin. I can take a Fighting and a Dark. Dark in hand. Fighting on a Kang. He's a colourful boy. Then Dark to the Monkey. I nearly put the Charm on the Monkey then. We definitely don't want to do that. So then we'll move these off, put them on the Fez, and we'll run errand just to get a bit more value. That is pretty dang good. That means we can attack with a single prizer. And we'll go for the Assault Landing instead. I'm not going to leave Kang in the active because obviously we're able to gust this. But, you know, that is a really good start. Obviously, we don't have all our boosts down, which could be a problem. But again, we play Turo for a reason. Like, we haven't really overbenched because we don't get punished by it. You know, like, we can deal with this. But no, he's definitely cost himself quite a bit in the late game because you do not want to discard this card. There's Fez. We could obviously gust a Fez for 2 prizes, and we don't even need a heads. Okay, that's fine. We can go for Noctowl, and, well, in this matchup, Cornerstone doesn't matter, so we'll get rid of him. I know some people are thinking, oh, Cornerstone does matter. No, I'm afraid not. The reason why he doesn't is because Alakazam does damage counters, which goes through Cornerstone, because it's an effect of an attack. For those that didn't know that, you know now. So his best option here, realistically, is to actually retreat the Dunsparce into the Shaman. That's his best line. I don't think he has Candy, because if he did, he'd be playing the Alakazam down now. Because he doesn't want to give me the Fez, because the Fez will... Also, another thing, the Bouffalant will not protect us from the Alakazam. That's just in case some of you don't know that. It will not protect us. The reason why it don't is because, again, Bouffalant is a damage from attack, not an effect of an attack. So to take out Terapagos with 2 boosts down, he would need still 12. And for Kang, he would need... What's the math on that? 20... No, not 23, it's 18. Alright, so let's promote the Latias. Let's see what we can do. Because we don't play a lot of Gust, or like Disruption, it's not really something that I value. So, Ultra Ball, Boof, and Nest Ball. There's no point putting down a second Boof, like I just said. We can put down a Fan. The Fan can obviously start gusting stuff, which is not a bad idea. I mean, we can go in with the Munkidori, that's not a bad idea. I mean, to be fair, my best optimal prize route is to go for the Fez and then try and, like, go from there. But he can just draw ridiculously well and knock out the Kangaskhan and take 3. So I actually think my best line is Terapagos Gust. Because then we go down to 3, they can go down to 3. So we'll boss the Fez. In fact, we don't even knock out the Fez because of the thingamabob. It's fine though, because if he doesn't get this Fez at the active, which they don't play many Switch, we could be okay. The reason why I didn't bring up the Kang is because it's very easy for him to, you know, get this at the active. And there's the Alakazam. He did have the Psychic in hand. Of course he did. These decks are ridiculous, man. They just draw so much. There's not much you can do about them. Especially when you're playing a strategy like we are. We don't effectively deal with it. You know, like, he can afford to just set up his board now. But yeah, we need to get around to this on the channel at some point. Because it is a good deck. But here you can see, like, he would have hit Kang. Like, he needs 18. He'd have hit 18 now. So attacking with a Kang and knocking out Fez would have been a bad idea. This is why, if you're playing a low count of Iono like we are, you are really going to struggle in this matchup because you just can't hand disrupt them. That's the main thing you need to do in this matchup is hand disrupt, hand disrupt, hand disrupt. But no, the powerful hand can easily destroy us now. He's playing the boss. Yeah, he's got it for the Kang. But wait, no, he doesn't. He's one short. He is one short. Does he not realise that? He doesn't. He only hits 340. Ooh. Well, that's still bad, but we have to research. And a concede? You had me in the bag, man! You know what? I'm not even going to question it. We'll take that win. We don't deserve it, but still. Let's go to game 2. And welcome back. We've actually paired against the exact same dude, which is an interesting one. It's not often I get that in a video today. Let's go for Tails. Yeah, I don't know why he conceded. Like, you had my Kang how you wanted him, you know? We are definitely going first. We do not want him to go first. But yeah, he could have very easily just took out my Kang the next turn. It's not a big deal. Well, Munkidori can actually attack, so we can use that. We can definitely use that. They play a lot of basics, so I'm not expecting Mullies to bail me out here, but this hand is looking pretty dead. It's funny how Kang just, like, changes this deck's dynamics so well. Like, the, you know, well, that definitely helps. Grab Fan, let's do a quick prize check, so we didn't do it last game. We've got a Boof in hands, so that's fine. We've prized 1 Terapagos, that's fine. We've prized one, well no, not 1 Noctowl's in hand. 1 Crispin in the prizes. We've got Research in hand, I believe. No, that's in the prizes. Yeah. Like I said, I do not know why this guy conceded, but we will gloss over that. Do I want to play this versatile? Not really. I can afford to, you know, do that. So we will grab, because we've got Hoot down, we've got a Noct in hand. We can grab Ditto. We know the Boofs are irrelevant, so we're not going to bother. We'll just grab these. Because then I can Vessel away the Boof, is my thought process. Because again, the Boofs do not matter, because of aforementioned shenanigans. So I will attach a Psychic Energy to the Munkidori, and I will pass. I just realised I put down Ditto like a twat. Hey, to be fair, it's early in the morning. My brain's like, huh? It's a bit, you know, my brain's a bit all over the place. But hopefully he doesn't bench another Abra. No, he's going for the Badoo strategy. Oh, you're not wasting your enriching, are you? That's good then. That's fine, I'm gusting that Abra. I can Munkidori to 10 back, so it's not a big deal. Obviously we can't play items, but that doesn't mean we can't set up our board. I look a complete twat having this on my board now, but well, I could always Turo it. Speak of the devil. I'm not going to for now. Oh yeah, you fucking idiot. That's the first time I've done that. Right, well I'll Turo this anyway, because we don't need it in hand. We can get rid of it later. Attach the Munkidori. Adrenabrain. Does mean we can't gust the Abra now. I can do that, and then I can just Mind Bend. Take out the Badoo. Yeah, my brain this morning just went from complete, actually playing well, to just derp. But hey, we all do it. Like, it's not a bad thing, you know. We've all done it. We've all made ourselves look like a fool, but yeah. I know some people think while we're putting this here, it actually does matter for Fan Rotom math, so that's why I've done it. Well, at least we know that he won't be able to get this attacking. If he attacks with it, I'm not going to complain, but, you know, I'll just Monkey 30 and then kill it with Mind Bend. Yeah, that's the first time I've done that, genuinely. I've never done that before on video. I look a complete fool. But hey, we all make misplays. We're human at the end of the day. I'm just drowsy, that's my problem. And I don't mean the Pokemon. He could attach and attack, but it's not really worth it because obviously Munkidori just moves it straight back. Is he going to attack? Because that's stupid. He could. Counter catcher. Sure. I can just retreat that, but I mean, you do you, my friend. Lillies, that's fine. I think you must think I can't get this Noctowl like the active, but, well, you're about to learn the hard way, I can. Please do Super Cybolt, and he didn't. That's unfortunate. Okay. So, Birdie Porphin. Grab a couple of dudes. We have to fill up our board somehow. We can attach. We can just attack this, but like that feels bad. So I think we just retreat into the monkey. I'm obviously misplaying. I know I am. Boss, take out the Abra. Mind Bend. We can at least take another prize. That's the important thing. Even with my misplay. There's a Nest Ball, so we can grab ourselves a Terror once the monkey goes down. The only issue is, of course, our only way of dealing with Alakazam is to prize her. That's the main issue. And, well, my misplay at the start of the game and with the Noctowl definitely doesn't help. But, well, it's just unfortunate. So if he whiffs the Alakazam, which I doubt it, because he can still get quite a bit of draw. If he whiffs it, it's not the end of the world for him. But it does make things harder, because obviously he knows I play a Mega, which is, you know, something. I'm very surprised at the high count of Lillies. That's his second Lillies. These just don't want to play that sort of card. There's the Alakazam. Yeah, I don't get why he's playing the Lillies. Like, you know, you have enough draw with the Fez and obviously the Alakazams, the Duns and stuff. You know, you don't necessarily have to have that, so to speak. But yeah, I don't know what the guy's doing, but we will gloss over that. All right, so we can grab ourselves a Terra now. Well, we don't need to do that now, so that's good. So now we can actually use Noctowl and get some value off of it. Not Joe being a Muppet. So, I can continue on my prize race by going for the Abra with the Fan. But that means I have to grab Vessel if it's in deck, which it isn't. I can also grab Night Stretcher. And, Boss. I don't know why he's pulling that emoji. Okay. Bro, what are you playing at? You literally have the best position, even with my misplays. I don't know. Well, we'll take another win. Let's go to a game 3 and maybe not run into the same guy. And well, we don't pair into the same guy for game 3, and this guy's got good taste with the do you even splash, bro? I don't know why he conceded there, because we literally didn't have a board. Our board was Fans, Noctowl, you know, like, we don't want that. And my double misplay was like, because my brain's just like all over the place this morning. Ooh, Kangstar, that's pretty good, especially with Crispin in hand. That is pretty good. We can get immediately aggressive with Kang, and that's what I like. Yeah, I don't know what that guy was playing at, but again, I don't have paid actors on this channel. I know that might come a for the win TCG sort of thing, like where I accused him of having a paid actor once. Oh, it is another thingy deck. That's fine. So we can't do a whole lot else, so we'll just bench the Hoot. We can run errand though. Get some draw. That's not much, so we will just pass. We can at least Crispin start attacking. That's the thing that this deck doesn't want to see, is early aggression. And because we went first and attached an energy, they have to play an Iono, but spoiler alert, those decks don't play Iono. I know that for a fact. There's Kadabra and Enriching. Please do not tell me you're going to attach that Enriching. I mean, if it's the only way you get other setup, you know. Oh, please. Yes, we want the donk. Go for the Crispin. We definitely want that donk, man. Attach the energy. And you didn't even let me rapid fire combo. Come on. Oh well, game 4 it is. Well, that was incredibly disappointing. I wanted to finish that with a nice rapid fire combo. Because, you know, it's the attack of Kangaskhan. We've obviously used him for draw. But I do want to at least attack with him once. Like, you know, we could have done in the first game, but I got cold feet because of the Alakazam deck. But hopefully we can actually attack with him this time. Okay, that is a Mully. The opponent does not have a Mully. I am praying, I'm crossing my fingers, that this is not Mega Lucario. Because if it is, this is going to be a very short game. But, yeah, just let me attack. Like, come on, man. Take one Mully, that's fine. We do start the Kang, though. That's pretty good. We do start the Kang, plus energy. That's pretty good. And we don't need to, well, I mean, we can thin with the Nest Ball, grab Fan Rotom and stuff like that. But yeah. Let's see what we're facing. And of course, it's Lucario. It's like the game knew I was going to say that. But at least we get the Body Puff in top deck. So we can grab a Fan. We just need to grab the Fan here. We don't need to grab the Ditto. We're not making that misplay again. So we'll Fan Call. In this matchup, the Boofs are actually going to matter. So we're going to grab 2 Boofs and a Noct. So we'll go U, Area 0, Nest. Cornerstone doesn't matter in this matchup, but also Terapagos doesn't, but Cornerstone's technically harder to knock out, so we're going to take the Cornerstone. So then we'll go Hoot, Run Errand. Oh, that's good. That's 460 HP. He has to use his Max Spell or multiple Power Pros. That's pretty good. Do we want to bench the Monkey? Why not? We'll bench the Monkey. And we'll pass. Not a bad start. That is a really good start for Mega Kangaskhan. Oh, come on! Right, okay. So in that case, Monkey's going and Fan's going. Sorry, Monkey. You was going to be useful in this matchup. So yeah, the boofs do make this much harder for my opponent because they can't use accelerating or what's the name of it, Aura Jab. They can't use that plus a couple of Power Pros to actually knock out my Kang. They have to use well, they can still use it, but if I put that cape on, they most definitely can't. They'd have to have Mega Brave plus no, they just need Mega Brave because it's 540. Because, yeah, with the Hero's Cape, this is essentially 460 HP, so they have to Mega Brave, or they can Aura Jab and do, I think they need 3, is it? It's 130 base, 160, 190. No, they need all 4, so yeah, they have to, you do no damage, my friend. I don't think they realise that. Right, so that's pretty good. So Hero's Cape, Crispin. We are going to rapid fire combo this time. Don't concede. Can do that. We can keep the Noctowl in hand for later. We'll run errand. That's pretty alright. And rapid fire combo. We don't need any heads. I won't complain. 250 damage, just to a casual Riolu. Nice. So yeah, we are essentially 460 HP now. So, like I said, this does mean that they need Lucario plus 4 Premium Power Pros to knock this out with Aura Jab, which is crazy. And speak of the devil and he shall appear. And an Iono, that is fine. I can deal with that. Obviously, this is one of our worst matchups, so it's not going to be easy. Anything but. There's the max spell, so he's doing 180 right now, times 2, so 360, minus 60, so he's doing 300 damage with this Lucario right now. Mega Signal. Interesting he's playing that instead of Ultra Ball, but I mean, Mega Signal works, but you only really play 2 Lucario, you don't play 3. There's the Power Pro, so does he get there? It's 210, I think? Yeah. I thought he doesn't get there. This is a problem. You can see why this is our worst matchup by far. I mean, without the Hero Escape, we wouldn't survive that. It's absolutely crazy. Right, so, run errand. So we would need 3 heads on this to knock it out. Which, as you can imagine, that's not going to happen to you. So, what I am actually going to do is I'll take 1 energy. For those at home, you might realise what I'm doing. I need at least 1 heads for this to work, though. I'm going to set up the booth. So I need 1 heads off of this minimum, Kang. Come on, lad. I need 1 heads. I'll take it. That's 1 heads. That's all I need for my math. Because now, unless he retreats this Mega Lucario, I can knock it out with the Bouffalant. Didn't think about that. Is he going to retreat that, though? Because that's his only way around it. Lunar Cycle. Yeah, this is a horrible matchup. Don't retreat. Don't see what I'm doing. Don't see what I'm doing. Be a typical Lucario player. Yep. He's not seeing it. Good. So he does take 3 prizes, but we can at least get 3 prizes in return thanks to the booth. Who would have thought we'd be attacking with booth, but hey, it works. So now we can attack with a booth. Although I was going to say we do need a miracle off the top. We don't want to bench this Kang, but I might not have a choice. So we'll attack to the booth, and we will Boundless Power for 130. Boundless Power was actually quite good when this card first came out in the pre-release anyway. Pretty dang good attacker, like genuinely. We could, what we got in terms of energy. Ooh, if he leaves this booth alive, I could attack with Latias. Oh, hold on. I could attack with Latias. If he leaves this booth alive, which I doubt it, but you never know, he could Gust Cornerstone. I could attack with Latias. That would be a spicy end to this video, that's for sure. Come on, leave the booth alone. Attack the Gust the Cornerstone. Gust that Cornerstone, please. Do not kill this booth. I will not be a happy bunny if you do. Because if he doesn't, if he Gust, yes, he's doing it. We could do it. We could do it. We could do it. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get ahead of ourselves because our psychic energy could be prized. Mega Brave, that's fine. That's fine. We could do it with Latias. Because we do play psychic energy. I'll promote the Hoot because obviously we can bench the Latias. There's Boss, that's fine. So we need to Night Stretcher back that Psychic. So now we Crispin. There should still be Psychic in deck, and there is. Excellent. So now we do that. Put the Psychic on the Latias. Attach for turn to the Latias. Energy Switch off the Bouffalant for the Latias. And we will Eon Blade for 400 and win. My god, that is crazy. Our worst matchup beaten by a Latias. That is insane. I will take that win though. That is insane. We did get to use Rapid Fire combo, which helps set up the Bouffalant for a free price turn. And then we win with Latias. That is insane. I've never done that with Latias, but hey, it is our way around that matchup, technically speaking. Same with Lillie's Clefairy, so, you know, we're not completely out the woods with that matchup because we do play psychic attackers, but, you know, that is absolutely mental. So, what did I think of the deck? If my excitement there when I did that with the Latias didn't show how much I enjoy this build, you now know. I do think this build in particular, because obviously it plays a bunch of different attackers, it doesn't just play monkeys, it doesn't just be it isn't just a one-of in like a Terapagos or something. I think this tank Terapagos version is very good and shouldn't be underestimated. It's even getting to the point where I'm considering building this IRL, which I think I might, just to see how people will react to this at locals. Like, turning it with tank Terapagos, everyone's going to be like, oh, okay, that's fine. And then they see Kangaskhan with Hero's Cave. That would be pretty sick. But yeah, I definitely recommend trying this build. I think this is the superior build than what some people are playing, like the Munkidori version, like with Quad Monkey, Quad Kangaskhan, stuff like that. I don't think that's the best way to play this card. I think playing it in a Terra box tank sort of approach like I am, I think honestly that's my best approach and should be the best approach for Kangaskhan. But anyway, I'm going to leave you all to it for today. I really hope you enjoyed seeing the Latias in the endgame there, and also just Kangaskhan in general, and I'll see you next time.